There I am at work, Roth train, Fresno, California, 3238, West McKinley. What I'm doing here, I'm working on refilling a hydraulic ram for a 110 Garland. These are the outrigger stompers. Put the outriggers on it. Actually, I'm just assembling it here. I already pulled it sealed out, and I just repacked it with 4 seals there. Rock it out. But keep track of all seals that I pull out. That way I can make sure that I replace them all. Let's see here. Inside of this, still on the inside diameter, it's threaded with an O-ring with a machine groove for an O-ring, which I already have taken off and replaced. It's a jam nut, which tighten it back up, punch it, that way it can't back off while it's inside the cylinder. This is a solid chromoly shaft. You can see here. And got one seal with the pressure fitting one way, and then a top seal, pressure the other way. That way when you get a return on your levers, so when you pressurize one side, it flares out and it seals. Same with the opposite way. One going one way, one the other. That's that part. And over here is my barrel, which I've added these lines onto it so I can hook them up there while it was assembled, and before disassemble, I pressurize it with air, extend the chromoly shaft there, the ram, all the way out against the head that unscrews from here, which is the piece up on the vise there. And actually what I do here, I used inside of this bucket on this scoop of this Ford tractor, was I use this to hold the ram and barrel in place as I pressurize it after I pull the cap off of here, because this slides off the end of that shaft. So what happens is, you want something that's going to pressurize. You're running about 250 pounds of PSI air pressure into this line here, which catches the bottom side of that ram. And what it does is it's going to blow that, I'd say 75 pound to 100 pound ram out of there, and also the barrel. The barrel is going to be the one that shoots the farthest and straight up to tying it down. What I did was laid this barrel here down flat inside there when it had the ram in it. Brought the forks of the forklift just inch above it, and then applied the air pressure. That way, with the rubber mat, old mud flap on this side, and one also on this side, so that way when it does extend out and launch apart from the air pressure, it doesn't damage either the barrel or the ram itself, which the ram you really ain't going to damage, but one thing you want to careful with damaging is this aluminum plunger on the end here. So once I got it to extend out, it was just enough to not let it come all the way out. I pulled it into an angle, the barrel one end, and it was maybe an inch to go, and it repressurized it again real fast, poof, popped it out, and everybody's safe. You always want to have something like this. It's kind of like I don't know, some people remember the old California wheels on diesel trucks. There's a cage you built when you put the thing back together, so you take the ring off to separate the tire from the rim. And when you go to put that tire back on and then put your ring back on that California rim, which holds the tire in place, instead of like newer rims, they got it just makes a bead, still it's got 2 lips on. One lip on each side of the rim, inner and outer. But what happens when you fill them with about 110 pounds of pressure, that ring can pop off and take your head off. So Same thing with these barrels. It can break a bone and do a lot of damage. Very serious. So this is kind of my steel cage match here. My body armor. I use the tools and equipment more than my body, which I do a lot of muscles and things, but you know, things can be deadly when you're working with hydraulics and heavy equipment, especially with these cranes. There's a lot of liability in this stuff, not just as in yourself, but in others. If the work's not done right and proper, when you're out doing a job or lift, as of an operator not being properly trained and aware of what his equipment does, you can really hurt somebody. So maintenance and proper repair of this equipment is a must. There's no room for play or just half-ass doing anything. It's either done right or we don't do it at all. Now, others do it anyway, but here at Roth Crane, also at A&A Crane, which is my uncle's company, we don't do nothing half-ass. Everything's done right or it's not done at all. Or if it's not done, can't be done right, we send it out to be done somewhere else, and then we reassemble ourselves. So either way, the equipment gets serviced and fixed in the proper way with OSHA certifications and up to insurance specs, but mainly up to our own specs and responsibilities as, you know, operators and repairmen. So here's what I'm working on here. 110 Garland, which they don't make these no more. These are an old 70s crane. Pretty good crane, monstrous. I really love these things. I've been doing them since I was about 7 years old when I started with my dad, my Uncle Junior Herring, Robert Shore, my dad, my grandpa Al Lauer, my grandpa Homer Hawkins, Jack Lytle, the owner of Roth Crane, Larry Offield, the owner and operator of A&A Crane, which Jack is also an owner and operator of Roth Crane. So from each one of these gentlemen, I've learned quite a amount of knowledge and experience with hands-on, no schooling, as in college or textbooks. This is all manual labor. You know, it's hands-on, like I say. That's the way we learned growing up when I was a kid. Not everybody's that fortunate to do it, and a lot of people just ain't cut out for it. But this is something I've been doing my whole life, and ever since a kid I've been tearing shit up, rebuilding it, even though it didn't need to be, and modifying. But with these, this is something that's really a trade that I've learned through family and friends. You know, because of the family, which is my family also. A lot of the old school people, you know, family and things, they're not around no more, but fortunately I picked up on a lot of stuff from them, and it's paid off. It saves people's lives. You know, I can't say that I did anything where it's putting anybody's life in jeopardy on these things, because I was taught and tutored and skilled and shown the right ways. You know, everybody has a different style and a different technique, but everything comes out the same. So I'm very fortunate to have experience with all these people, and time's short in your life, so love what you got, whether you like them or approve of everything they do or you do, or just learn from them, pay attention, watch everything. And one thing we know about life is just to enjoy what we can, even though it's not the greatest. We don't know where we're from or where we're going, but if you got kids and family, you know, they're not going to be here forever. Neither will we, apparently. So that's it. You know, here we are, Roth Crane, and fortunate to do some work for them and extend my skills and my talent, and just exercise with what I do. So what I do is crane repair, also operations. So we have several things here to play with, tractors, trailers, which I call it play. These are my Tonka toys. Always have been since I was a kid. We didn't